Okay, and so this is support and resistance. Once again, my name is a beach trader, and I live a freedom lifestyle. And that's what I want to teach others to live a freedom lifestyle. A freedom lifestyle means that you feel in your mind and you live it out when you go do things. And when you talk to people, you live freedom. Freedom is financial freedom and time freedom. You have enough to do what you want to do, and you have enough time to do it when you want to do it. That's what we're talking about here. So number one, we're going to learn about support. The second thing we'll learn about is resistance. The third, we're going to talk about a little bit about plotting. Now, that's a little bit advanced right now for most of you, but there's some people on here that can help out, and you'll be able to do this yourself in the future. Number four, we're going to talk about how I trade. I trade the bounce. That is my strategy, the bounce. And then we're going to talk about how other people might trade, called trading the break. You know, when you see the break, you got to switch up from the bounce because you will get eaten up if you're trading the bounce and it breaks on you. And then we're going to talk about pivot points. Pivot points are very important because that means that a trend is going to go from one way to the other, or a trend is going to stop and get in consolidation and then switch to probably another way. So pivot points are very something that we need to know, because if we're trading on an up, market, and it starts consolidating, we can start losing that way. And if we're trading on a down market and we start and it turns into consolidation or it starts going up, we can start losing because we're still trying to get the same numbers we were before. So you have to see the pivot points in the market to be a winner. And then trend lines. Last thing we're going to talk about, because that's the easiest way to make money. So support. What is support? Support levels indicate where there will be a surplus of buyers. Support levels tend to stop price from falling below a specific point. So look at support, that's the floor. The floor, why do we say floor? Because the floor is what supports us when we're standing or walking. The floor always supports us. So when we say support, always think about down. Always think about your feet, the floor, okay? And then this is what the support looks like. This line right here that's drawn out, this is the support line. It means that when it hits this right here, that's the lowest it's going, and it's going to bounce back up. So you notice how when it went in this area, it hit it, went back up, it hit it again, and went back up. So we could draw other support lines, but when you have too many support lines, you start getting confused. So you don't want to do more than 2 or 3 support lines at a time. I can see right now with my own brain, I can see about 4 different support lines in this trade right here this whole time. But you only want to mark 1, 2, or 3 of them at the most. Because when you have too many support lines, you start getting confused. Even if you switch up the colors, you'll start thinking, is that resistance or support? So sometimes support becomes a resistance. So this is another example of a support line right here. It obviously hit this right here, went back up, went up, hit it again, went straight back up, right? Hit it again, went a little bit under. But if we got it right here, if we got it for 3 minutes and we rolled it over twice, if these were 5-minute candles, we got 5, 10, 15. If you roll over a 3-minute trade twice, which is the most I would advise you, you see that you would win because it started going way up here and then it kind of went back down. But you would have won the trade at this point if you would have rolled it over twice. So sometimes when you get in at the support and it starts going down, you say, oh, it went down too far. No, if that's the support, if you believe in that, you can roll over 2 times. I don't advise anybody to roll over more than 3 times. You can roll over 3 times on a 1-minute trade. I don't advise any more than that. On a 3-minute trade, you should only roll over 2 times, unless you're for sure, and then you could do it for 3 times, okay? And then let's talk about resistance. So resistance levels indicate where there will be a surplus of sellers. Resistance occurs where an uptrend is expected to pause temporarily due to a concentration of supply. When the price moves up and then pulls back, the highest point reached before it pulled back is now resistance. So we got to look at the resistance as the roof. That's the top level, the roof. So when I say resistance, I mean the top. So it's good that you have these words. Great. It's good that you know these words. You have to know what these words mean. You have to know what these words meant. Okay, so resistance is roof. Remember that resistance, and we're saying the roof. Spill some water in my room. Okay, so this is what resistance looks like. So resistance areas, we have two different resistance at the top. So we have a resistance right here. And first the resistance is right here. So each time that it got close to this resistance, you see how it went back down. Went back up, went back down, right? Then it gets back up here to resistance, goes back down halfway, and then it breaks through. And then you have another resistance that you can find up here. And then what happened? It went back down to what? The first resistance. It went back down to the first resistance. And then it went down, and then it went back up. So resistance is like this too. So right here, when the wick hits this resistance, it's not even getting the full candle up here. So that means when it's wicked, that means that the time that it stays up is short-lived and it goes back down really fast. So it barely hits this and shoots back down. Barely hits this, shoots back down. Barely hits this area and shoots back down. So this is what we call a resistance. Resistance. Okay, so let's talk about plotting. You will find in most situations, it only takes that one well-marked level to clearly map out and help you clearly read the situation on a price chart. So how do you do that? How do we do that? Remember, we only need about 2 to 3 lines. Once you start marking more than that, you start confusing yourself. So by only marking out important levels to watch, you will keep your charts tidy and it'll be clean. You know, nobody wants to have a dirty house or a dirty car and you can't really get anything done, or a dirty desk, right? So you want to just keep your stuff really clean and precise so you can see right where you want to do things. So this is what it looks like. We could draw this diagonal line right here for support. We're looking for the bottom, and the bottom, and then you draw a line across that. That's all you have to do. Is super simple. And if you look right here, it's consolidated at the resistance at the top. So all you got to do is just draw a line straight across. But right here on the support, you need to link it so it hits. If you drew a straight line, it would only hit one time. So you need to do that so you can get the 3 supports right here. This is what you're looking for. Once you found this second support with the line and you draw it all the way through, guess what? You know it didn't hit the line again, but it hit right here. So you draw the line, you get 2 points. It takes 2 points to draw a line. So you get these 2 points, a point right here, you draw the line all the way through. Now you know when to get this trade right here. You might have to wait, you know, if these are 1 minute candles, you might have to wait 30 minutes to get the perfect trade right here. But I'm going to tell you, you're going to win a lot when you got that trade. And then you're also looking for the resistance, so you're trading right here. See, this right here, if this is minutes, this might be about 2 hours worth of minutes. You're going to hit it right here. 1 trade, 2 trade, 3 trade, 4 trade, 5 trades, 6 trades. You're going to hit it 6 times. And you'll probably, on this, you'll probably win about, because this would lose right here because it broke through. But out of 6 trades, you would have won 5 out of 6. And that's a great trader. A great trader is anything over 75%. Let me be honest with you. You're very blessed to be on our team because we hit more percentages than that. So this is how it looks like if you were just to map something out. You would draw these lines. This is the resistance line for this area. You see how it hit it again right here. It hit it again right here. And then you got right here. This is a support. You got the support hitting right here, right here, right here. And then this is, again, support, the bottom right here, the bottom right here. And then you got the other, it's kind of like the resistance right here. Then you got the support, or the support again right here, where the wick kind of comes through 2 times. So that's how you're going to mark it. And it's very simple. So trading the bounce. Now, if you want to know how does the beach trader trade? What's his strategy? It's the bounce strategy. That's why I'm the beach trader. It's like a bouncing ball at the beach. Buy when the price falls towards support. Sell when the price rises towards resistance. That's all I do. If you guys want to trade like me, that's all you need to know how to do and all you need to remember. Remember, the more often price tests a level of resistance or support without breaking it, the stronger the area of resistance or support is. So, like last night, we got into a trade, and I seen that it hit resistance 30 minutes in a row. For 30 minutes, it hit resistance and went back down. So for 30 minutes, when we jumped on, I think it was about 2 minutes into that, and I said, well, for 10 minutes, it never went past this number. And we stayed in that trade for about 30 minutes, and it never went past, it was like 805 or something. Every time it went to 805, I told people when it goes to 805, take the trade, right? We had to wait a while. Some people got impatient. Some people got it at 801. They still won. Some people got it, at 800. Lonnie, do you think it's really going to go to 805? Brother, I know it's going to 805. That's why I'm patient. I'm super patient. I took this emotional intelligence test and scored the highest out of 600 people that took it with me. Emotional intelligence is tied to somebody doing something without using all their emotions, without letting their emotions rise above their knowledge. So what I'm talking about is if I tell you to take something at 805, listen, you can take it whenever you want to. But just remember, on test, I test super high on emotional intelligence. So I would kind of go with what I'm thinking. Now, we can all take the test. I can show you guys the test. If there's a free one on the internet, you guys can tell me what you do. But if you're not over a 90 on that test, I'm not taking your advice on some stuff because you might be just risking a lot of money. For me, it wouldn't be wise. So you want to have emotional intelligence when you're trading. Even if you don't have it right now, there's a way to rise your emotional intelligence by being patient, by being disciplined, by having desire, by being determined. You can do it with the 4 Ds. Let's look right here. So pending order types. Now, this is what a bounce trade is right here. This is a bounce trade. You get it when it hits the support, you get it when it hits the resistance, and you keep on. This is bouncing up and down. This is what we're talking about right here. This is an example of a bounce trade. Now, sometimes in a bounce trade, guess what happens? Sometimes it breaks. Anytime it breaks through the resistance or the support, that's called a breakthrough. It's breaking through. So you might have won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You might have won 8 trades, and then on the 8th trade, guess what? It breaks through, so you lose 1. Nothing's wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with that. But sometimes you keep on winning. This is 10 trades right here that you could have won both places. And some people take it in the middle because they know it's going down. So there's different ways that you could bounce trade, but you want to wait for it to hit resistance or support when you bounce trading. So this is what it looks like. If I draw a line for the resistance on this trade right here, it's on a downtrend. You draw the line straight across. Every time it hits the line, that's the resistance. Resistance right here. You go for it again, it goes down. You go for it again, it goes down. All you're doing is putting puts because it's a down market. Put right here, put right here, put right there. You got 5 trades right here that you could do just based off of this line right here. Beautiful. Now, why wouldn't you try to get, a call right here? You don't want to call. You know why you don't want to call? Because you don't know how long. Right here, if you would have got a call, it could kill you right here. But if you got a down arrow, listen to this. You get a put right here. Tell me how you could lose on a put right here if your line is right here. It never goes back. But if you go right here and you do a call and your line is right here, guess what? You just lost when it crosses the line a couple times. That's what bounce trading is, you guys. So talk about trading the break. My guy, I don't know if the Eagle's on the call, but the Eagle, I say, when he trades the break, I say he's moonwalking. Because whatever it's saying to do, it's going to do the exact opposite of that. And that's when I say, oh, the Eagle, you out here moonwalking. Because sometimes he'll take that. Because it's kind of simple, but it's an advanced strategy, and it only happens so often. All right?
Why you so buy when
the price breaks up through resistance. So you don't even buy until it breaks resistance, and then you switch and you stop doing a put on resistance. You do a call, which is kind of advanced to be talking about that. But sell when the price breaks down through the support. So when it breaks through the support, you do a put. And Michael is like a genius at doing that. So this is what we're looking at. Again, we're looking at the left side. So let's say instead of hitting a put when it gets up here because you think it's going to go back down, no, it already broke through the resistance. So you do a call and it keeps on moving up, so you won. So sometimes when it breaks through resistance, let's say you get it up here and you get it for a put and it starts breaking up through. Sometimes Michael will say, okay, since it broke through this, around this area right here, a little bit over, not all the way, you know, real close to the line, but a little bit over, then you're going to switch up and do a call because you know it's going to keep on going up. What is that going to do? This one's going to die. The one that you got for the put right here is going to lose, but you don't roll that over. You just buy another position for the call and you get it. Now, let's say it reverses again and goes back down, then guess what? You done won at the put and you're going to lose at the call, but you're going to at least break even on that trade and not being lost. It's a beautiful strategy. So this is what breaking through. Now this is a fake breakthrough right here because it's only the wick breaking through and it went back down. The wick broke through, it went back down, the wick broke through. That's a fake break. We call this a fake break. This is a fake break. And if you guys never seen a fake break, just remember back in like the 80s or 90s, if you're as old as, I'm dating myself now, but if you're as old as me, you would have people break dancing because the movie Breaking came out and they didn't know what they would do. They couldn't pop, lock, or nothing. That's what we're talking about on a fake breakthrough. But when somebody can really get out there and start breaking, that's what it looks like right here. It just keeps on going up, 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 up. It keeps on going through. So if you had it right here and you wanted to put and it keeps on going up about to right here, then you change it to a call because you know it's going to keep on going up because it broke through. People started buying the crap out of it. Pivot points. Pivot points are pretty easy to explain. The simplest way to use pivot point levels in your Forex trading is to use them just like your regular support and resistance levels. Just like good old support and resistance level is just really simple. Always remember resistance and support because that's what the pivot point is going to do. It's going to basically go the wrong way. You're going to be confused. And then like Maddie was today, he was like, oh man, it was supposed to do this, but it did that. Well, that's just a pivot point. It happens. So how do we get a pivot point? It's the same thing that I showed you guys on the currency strength meter. The only thing is the currency strength meter is right here. Okay, currency strength meter is right here. And then you want to hit the pivot points right here. You click this. You put in, this is a USD right here. You see where it says USD. I'll put the symbol in, get data, and it tells you when it's going to pivot in the day. So when you see it go to 99.8, you know it's going to go the other way. Now, it will also show you the three resistance for today and the three supports for the day. So when you get to these levels of support and resistance, you know there's three of them. If it breaks through here, you probably got a good chance of hitting it right here over the head. Boom, because it's going to go back down. All right? I don't need to explain this other stuff to you. It's kind of complicated. Let's go over trend lines. So trend lines are really good because this is where you're going to make most of your money. Most of your money is going to happen on trend lines because there's going to be some overbuying, overselling, and it's going to move in a respectable area. It's not going to just stay. And that's where we make our money on the waves. The big waves going up and the little waves crashing down. Okay, and this is what it looks like. This is an uptrend. On an uptrend, we're going to wait for it to hit support line, support line, support line, support line, and we're going to go with the call. These are 4 wins right here. Every time you did it, it went straight up. Every time you did it, it went straight up. So if you have a line going like this, did it ever hit that? Did it ever hit there? No, it never hit that. So you won 4 trades. That's how you become a great trader. Now, on a downtrend, you're going to do another diagonal line. You get a resistance here, you win. You get it right here, you won again. You get it right here, you win again. You get it right here. Now, sometimes you need 2 lines to start the trend line. So you might need to watch it right here. This is a 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then 11, in 11 minutes, it goes back. When you get these 2 lines right here, that's when you're going to draw the line straight through. You're going to draw this line. It's going to end up all the way down here, and you're going to be able to hit this, 4 times right here. And then you hit this 1 time. And then you'll be able to hit the second one right here. You're talking about 9 trades right here. 9 trades can make you a lot of money. 9 trades can make you a lot of money. Remember that. All right, and then resistance to support. Resistance to support is right here. Goes all the way up to the resistance. This is bounce trading again. It's a consolidated market, and when it goes down, you hit the support. When it goes up, you hit resistance. Goes down, you hit support. And that's it. So now we're going to go to the open market. Go ahead, Michael, can you share your cash trap?
Lonnie, I don't know if Michael's here. You might want to have Richard share his cash trap.
Okay, Richard, can you share your cash trap?
Or you got Rosalind in there. She can share. Anybody got any? Can anybody share their cash trap?
Great training.
Thank you.